Hello, everybody. Hand in Hand Ministries continues to be one of the primary avenues that I direct people to serve our local community. In the video that you're about to see, Todd McNeil and others are going to come and explain what it is that they do. I encourage you as you go through and watch this video to keep an open mind, open heart, and just see if God may be directing you to one of these many areas of ministry. At the end of the video, I'll come back and explain how you can get involved. Watch this.
Imagine a line of kids coming into foster care for the first time and kids who are at high risk of entering foster care. That's why Hand in Hand exists, is to work with these children and their families. Kids entering foster care, very scary time. We don't know much about the kids. We want to help transition them into the system well, make sure that they get placed right the first time, make sure there's not community members or families who can care for them. But there's also a lot of misunderstanding about kids who are at high risk of entering foster care. We always think of drug abuse and neglect and physical abuse. But many times, kids come into foster care because of food security issues, housing security issues, things like immigration status can all affect that. We want to work with those families and keep those kids out of foster care. We do this work through 3 programs. We have our Village Impact Project, which does outreach to families, builds relationships, gets them connected with services, and strengthens community ties. So we do that through soccer, through community events, through field trips, through working with the schools. We have a program called Safe Place for kids entering care for the first time. And we handle some of those really tough cases that you see on the news, those drug raids and some of the brothels and some of that just really icky stuff that nobody wants to talk about. And then we also have receiving homes, foster care homes, when the state needs about that extra 30 days or so to vet family, or maybe there's family out of state, or maybe there's a teacher, and we just need to do what it takes to keep those kids in their community.
I'll never forget the look on her face. Her eyes reflected a pain so deep, all she could do was sit there emotionless. But her face told the story. Bruised from where she had been beaten, pupils dilated, eyes dry. She was hungry, scared, and tired. The last 24 hours played over and over in her head, tormenting her as to what had happened earlier that day. At the age of 6, she was forcefully removed from her home. 2 police officers pounded on the door, and within seconds, she was leaving the only family that she ever knew, with only her baby brother and a black trash bag full of belongings. She sat in the back seat of a CPS worker's car, unaware of what was going to happen to her next. Now imagine for a second if there would have been a safe place for this child to go initially entering the foster care system, a place where she would experience love and a place where she could get all of her questions answered. There is such a place. Hand in Hand's pilot program, Safe Place, started in 2010 and it's been going ever since. Safe Place is an emergency shelter for kids initially entering the foster care system. They can stay with us for up to 72 hours, allowing their social worker time to find them an adequate placement. During this time, kids receive 3 to 5 new sets of clothing, new shoes, personal hygiene items. Sometimes for kids, this is the first time they've ever had their own toothbrush. They also receive an initial health screen. My favorite part about Safe Place is the fact that these kids just get to be kids. We take them on all kinds of fun adventures. No longer do kids have to be scared about what's going to happen to them next or if they're going to be separated from their siblings. The question I hear kids ask the most is, where am I going next? What's going to happen to me? And our Safe Place program meets that need. Our Sailor Homes program is used when more than 72 hours is needed for social workers to find these kids placements. These Sailor Homes are licensed foster homes through Hand in Hand, and they are short-term, so kids stay with these families for up to 28 days. And during this time, these kids get to feel the love of a family, and this might be the first time they've ever felt that before, and so that in itself is huge. But in addition to that, these kids go to the dentist, they get a chat screening, but most importantly, they get to feel the love of a family, and this might be the first time they've ever felt that.
Village Impact Project is, we're here to help out the community. Soccer, I think, is a way that I saw that is a way to help, kids stay out of trouble. Teachers from school call us when they're in trouble. They get playing time if they behave good in school, So Village Impact is to work out with the community, to help out the kids. And again, soccer has been one of the good places from having the kids going in trouble, helping them out by being a soccer team. I've been coach for 14 years and working with the community with all these kids, so it's a lot of good things coming out of these kids.
We've been involved for 5 years and with great results with the kids. I know a lot of kids that they've been involved in wrong stuff, and being in the program and hand in hand and come to the practice and everything, I think is really helpful for the kids because they have other opportunities to get better and not doing wrong on the streets, doing drugs or doing other kind of stuff. I think the program hand in hand is the best for our community over here on Casino Road.
The impact that we've been doing on Casino Road is about these kids, homeless kids, that they have a home, that we can help them out to find a home. We help all these families to find apartments. We help them with food. It's not only about soccer, it's also all the other outreach that we have with the community. So that's what we're here for.
So as you've seen from this video, there are many ways to be able to serve up on Casino Road through Hand in Hand Ministries. Following the service today, there will be people out in the foyer that you can go and ask questions so that you can make an informed, prayerful decision about if this may be an area for you to serve. If you have other questions, feel free to contact me via email or give me a phone call, and I'll set my time aside to be able to come and answer your questions. So I encourage you to explore the possibilities and see what God may have for you up on Casino Road.